This is TechCrunch. Cybersecurity startup Horizon3 has raised a $250 million Series E at a $2 billion valuation, more than tripling its valuation in 14 months. The San Francisco-based firm drew backing from returning investors Night Dragon and NEA. The funding arrives as two major AI research labs disclosed last week that their models had breached systems outside their intended scope. Horizon3, which has spent 6 years building AI specifically designed to probe networks for vulnerabilities in a controlled, authorized manner, is riding growing enterprise demand. With AI-driven attacks accelerating, enterprises are rushing to stress test their defenses at scale, a gap that traditional security vendors have largely left unfilled. Matt Hartley, the company's chief revenue officer, said that its Node Zero platform has two core strengths. It can test live systems without shutting down operations, a capability other AI-powered tools have struggled to deliver reliably, and it scans an entire infrastructure continuously rather than once a year, examining the full network rather than just 2 to 3%. The company approached $100 million in annual recurring revenue last year, with 120% year-over-year growth, and Hartley said the company expects to accelerate growth this year. AI tools have made it easier for attackers to develop new exploits quickly, forcing security teams to handle threats faster than they can fix them. Horizon3 spent roughly $100 million in R&D building automated systems designed to stay predictable and controllable, says Hartley. That's pretty significant given recent breaches at AI labs, which raised questions about whether any AI system can truly remain contained. Hartley said, "It's also making people a lot more careful about how they deploy AI. We're getting a lot of questions today around, can you detect AI? Of course we can, but I think a lot of organizations that rushed to deploy AI across the enterprise are now thinking twice about the ramifications of those deployments. What if my own security team gets too aggressive? Could there be unintended consequences?" So a lot of organizations are moving into what I'd call a bold new world, which is exactly why you need consistent, predictable testing from a company like Horizon3 to know how to strengthen your own defenses against real-world exploits. In a statement, Horizon3 has run 310,000 production security tests with zero disruptions, establishing what it calls AI hackers, fully autonomous penetration testing. Now, the real competition is not other software vendors, it's the existing model, according to Hartley. Most companies hire human security firms to run annual tests, and he says those will not disappear. What's shifting is what clients demand after signing up. Instead of sampling 5% of infrastructure once yearly, they now want to scan everything monthly or weekly, tracking whether they're actually getting safer. With the funding, Horizon3 is expanding internationally, including new offices in Amsterdam, Australia, and Singapore, while building a partner network and maintaining substantial R&D spending. Strategic investors now include Singapore's EDBI, defense contractor SAIC, and Qualcomm, signaling that the vulnerability they're addressing extends well beyond any single sector. Horizon3 has about 7,300 customers ranging from managed service providers serving small businesses to Fortune 10 enterprises. The company claims an addressable market of tens of billions of dollars, a figure that aligns with industry estimates of the broader cybersecurity market, valued at $271.9 billion last year and projected to reach $663.2 billion by 2033. That's according to Grandview Research. In its first acquisition since going public last month, Bending Spoons on Tuesday said that it has agreed to buy spreadsheet and database startup Airtable for $1.28 billion in cash. Founded back in 2013, Airtable has so far raised more than $1.4 billion over multiple funding rounds. At its peak during the boom days of 2021, it was valued at over $11 billion. But earlier this year, its shares were said to be trading on the secondary markets at a valuation of $4 billion. With its current net cash and cash equivalents balance, Airtable is now valued at about $2.25 billion. Bending Spoon's founder, Luca Ferrari, said Airtable is a pioneering brand reshaping how teams organize data and manage critical workflows. The value being delivered is reflected in annual recurring revenue growing over 20% YOY to approximately $480 million as of June. And joining forces with Bending Spoons will accelerate innovation even further. In January, Airtable unveiled a new product line under the Super Agent moniker, an orchestration platform that can help users spin up a team of AI agents to do tasks. The company's CEO, Howie Liu, said at the time that Airtable serves over 500,000 organizations, including 80% of the Fortune 100. Bending Spoons, which went public at an $18 billion valuation last month, typically acquires companies that are trading at a decent discount to their private valuations, trims the staff, streamlines products, and tries to make them run profitably. The company has, so far, acquired several notable brands, including Evernote, WeTransfer, Eventbrite, and Vimeo. That's all for now. For the latest in tech news, go to TechCrunch.com.